Bonjour, and welcome to the Late French Immersion orientation video. My name is Taya Black.
And I'm Beth Fettel.
And I teach Late French Immersion 6.
And I teach grade 7 at École, Puntledge Park. So here's what we're going to cover today, but we would like to start off with an acknowledgement. We acknowledge that we live, work, and play on the traditional and unceded territory of the Comox First Nation. We are thankful for the privilege of working on this land and grateful for the opportunity to work with their children.
What is Late French Immersion? Well, it's 2 years of intensive French at the elementary level before joining early immersion students in a mixed French immersion class in grade 8. The goal is to develop language skills, enabling students to become functionally bilingual and to provide insight into an awareness of Francophone culture. And the entry grade is grade 6.
So how does Late French Immersion actually work? There's a really big focus on language acquisition at the beginning of grade 6. We do the same curriculum in English as in French immersion, so the same science, the same math, all of those things. In grade 6, there isn't an English language arts program though. It's put on hold to do that really strong focus on French, but it'll be reintroduced in grade 7 and they'll do English all the way up through grade 12. A lot of parents often wonder how their English skills will be impacted, but French immersion students in many studies have shown to be average or above average in English language arts by the end of grade 12.
Late French Immersion is a program for everyone. Children who have the most success in Late French Immersion are those who have a desire to take risks and accept challenges. They have well-established work habits and organizational skills. They're able to think critically, problem solve, and can tolerate some ambiguity, and are able to use cues to figure out meaning, such as reading the room, watching gestures, actions, guessing based on context, and using inferences. Most important, though, in the program is a high level of student commitment and motivation to be there.
As parents, how can you help your students in French immersion? First and foremost, really encouraging a positive attitude about school and about the new challenges that students are facing. Second, by providing a place to really review each night and that space in your schedule so that students build the habit of reviewing and doing their reading each night at home. Third, by helping your child stay organized. And fourth, again, really supporting that, or really fostering that supportive environment. Students will have trouble with the transition, possibly academically, because they're meeting so many new friends and adjusting to the new school. And so having that supportive network at home will really benefit them. And don't worry, you don't have to speak French.
At the beginning of the school year, we spend a lot of time building community, getting to know each other, and finding our way around the school, basically creating a safe learning environment. Academically, we focus on vocabulary around readings and simple conversations. The children learn French expressions, basic questions, short oral presentations, and lots of songs are done, many a little bit silly. Listening and singing along to French songs helps build vocabulary and reinforce grammar concepts and rules, and improves pronunciation. Students will then learn how to read and write, much like they would have learned in English in early primary. We study the French alphabet, the letter sounds, and we work on high frequency words. We participate in guided reading groups, and in addition, they transfer all of their English reading strategies over in French, such as their sounding out words and making inferences and drawing conclusions. Student writing at the beginning of the year is mostly in franglais, which is a mix of French and English. And students learn how to conjugate the most common French verbs in the present tense. In the second term, it gets a little bit more academically serious. Routines are established and expectations are clearer. Students are starting to put the pieces together, so to speak, and appear to be feeling less anxious about not knowing everything. Writing expectations increase and the students are asked to write mostly in French. They start being able to apply some of the grammar lessons in their writing. Students are encouraged to speak more in French, and we prepare for the Concours d'Art Oratoire, a French speech arts competition. Reading becomes gradually more challenging, and the children are expected to be able to describe the reading in French orally and in writing, and communication is still very guided. In term 3, students are more confident speaking, reading, and writing French. They're able to express themselves more clearly orally and in writing, and they are able to use past, present, and future tenses. Students are able to read more challenging texts independently and respond to them more independently. This also means that we can explore socials and science topics more in depth in French.
When asked why they signed up for the Late French Immersion program, the students answered the following that you can see on your screen.
When asked what was challenging and how they overcame their challenges, the students said the following.
We also talked to some parents whose children went through the Late French Immersion program, and they offered some insight into their own experience. That insight is on the screen, and you can read it now. At École Puntledge Park, we have a vibrant community and an active parent population. Some say that we're a school with a heart. Our students are very actively engaged in sports, in service learning, in leadership, music. We have approximately 500 students in 4 different streams. We have Late French Immersion, Early French Immersion, our neighborhood program, and an Indigenous education program.
Puntledge Park is nestled in and amongst nature, with the Salmon Spawning Creek running through the campus, Morrison Creek out back, and only a few blocks away from Puntledge Park in the river. The school offers all the sports programs: basketball, volleyball, cross-country running, ultimate frisbee, and track and field.
We have an excellent music program at our school with choirs, a grade 7 band program, yearly talent show, and school musicals. As well, Late French Immersion students are really integrated with the Early French Immersion students for sports, field trips, cultural celebrations, and even some projects, so they really get to know each other before they go on to grade 8.
We hope that you will consider joining us at Puntledge Park for Late French Immersion. Our registration dates can be found at the school district website.
If you have any questions, you can contact Noah Burdett, who is both our vice principal here at Puntledge and also the modern language coordinator for the district. His email is on the screen, so noah.burdett@sd71.bc.ca. Merci beaucoup.
Et à plus tard.